defend the world from the return of the Shadowlands, just as the brave Pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
YouTube, Yugioh here today, and we have a PSA review return. So these are some of the Metal Raiders cards from my submission, and I have got them back from review, so we're going to go through them. So this is the third time I've sent cards back to them. I sent about 200 cards in a submission, and they agreed to look over all the cards that I wanted to send back to them. So I sent them about 100 cards back, or no, probably about 70 cards back. And this is probably the third and final set that I've sent them back. And if PSA's grades online have updated, this is going to be a pretty boring review of their review, because all the grades are exactly the same. So yes, PSA is back to their old ways. Looks like this box is upside down, so let me cut the top off of both these boxes. But yeah, PSA seems to be back to their old ways of, I don't even know if they actually even looked over them. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they did, but it's kind of mind-blowing with the first two waves that I sent them, and probably about 2/3 changed into 10s that were 8s or 9s. And for that to happen, and then none of these to change any grade, either way, even a 1 grade level, just kind of blows my mind. So I'll put the link up here of the initial PSA return with all these cards, and you guys can watch that, and then I'll put the other links of the other resubmissions. But yeah, it's looking so far, all these grades are exactly going to be the same. So we have an 8 Destiny board, and we might be to the point where I just crack these cards and resubmit them, and then we'll do a fun little experiment that way. We have 7s on the Legendary collection promos. So yeah, I mean, all these are getting the exact same grade. 7, 8, 8.5, 8.5, 8 on the Masked Sorcerer, 8, 8. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna crack and resubmit, and then we'll see the difference. 8 and 9, all these are the same grade. 7, 8, 8. Like, you're telling me none of these should have moved from an 8 to a 9 or 7 to an 8. I know they're swamped right now, but just pretty mind-boggling. 7. So I'll have to look at the labels to see if they look like, they keep the same certs, so I had to look at the old video, but I'll have to see if they look like the same label style, or if they actually did crack them and put them in new cases. And 8 on the 2-pronged attack. And then these are my buddy's cards that I sent to him to UK. He sent back to me to resub, and they all got the same grade, so a lot of wasted time there. 8, 8, 8. 8, 8 on the Faded Solemn. 8, 7. 8, 8. I mean, just a lot of wasted time on PSA and my part to get these packaged ready. 9 and an 8. And end up with a 9. So yeah, nothing got upgraded to a 10, and they literally all stayed the exact same grades. I went back and looked at the video, so I'm glad I went through the review process, so I did get a decent amount of 8s and 9s upgraded on my 2 last submissions. And I did send the worst misgraded ones in the first couple. So these were kind of my leftovers on the border, except for my buddy's cards who I just got back in the mail. So I thought his might be upgraded, but to see none of ours upgraded anyway just kind of has me scratching my head, and I might reach out to PSA one more time, but I don't really expect anything else from them. They have went above and beyond to let me send these in for review, so I am at least glad that they took the time to do that. So that's going to do it, and be on the lookout for my 1250 Pharaoh Servant subscriber video. That's going to be the next video I'm going to post, most likely, if we can get there here in the next couple days, or if we're there already when I post this. So make sure you got your popcorn ready for that. Subscribe if you're not, comment, and as always, thanks for watching.